indexes for their daily or day time frame directional biases. All right, this will help us in the long term or in the long run to tell why price is doing whatever it's going to be doing or whatever it's doing. Okay, so we're going to start with VIX 101s, which is like it has been my favorite index since they had the lot size upgrade and all of that, and I kind of like shifted from VIX 75 1s. For those of you who know me, you know I love 75 1s to the bones, right? So let's look at 100 1s, and then we're going to look at a few other indexes, I think like five, and then we'll wrap it up. So if you want me to look at your index next weekend, please say in the comment section what you trade, and then I'll be able to look at it and we'll see overall direction what is happening on your index. So without wasting much of our time, let's get on the chart. Okay, so for those of you who are looking for trading signals for free, you can take advantage of our trading signals here on Telegram. Look in the link in description and join our Telegram for free. We're running free signal till 30th of this month, which is 31st of this month, which is 2 weeks time. So you can take advantage and make money with us for free. So guys, like I said, let's get started. So this is 101s and this is a 24-hour time frame. Okay, so we're going to look at the directional bias of the 24-hour time frame. It is also going to help us know when we are trading intraday and then throughout the week how the market is going to play out, and we're not going to be surprised about whatever happens within the market throughout the week, right? So what we look for is to look at the current sections or the current swing points of the market, and the last swing point that have been valid is this particular swing here. Now this low, a valid low, right? Why is it valid? Because it collected a pullback here, so it became a valid low, right? So meaning liquidity was collected here, and price broke through the low significantly here. We have break of structure. That low was created on the 9th of May. Sorry, was created May 3rd. So our break of structure here, right? Both to the downside, and then after the break of structure, our focus shifts from that low towards this particular structure that broke the low. Okay, so we are going to look at significant pullbacks on this particular structure that broke down, so that we can see why price is doing what it's doing or where price is likely to go to next. Okay, so we have this push down, we have this significant pullback. It's significant because it took the high. We have this pull down, pull back, this one, pull back, this one, and currently where price is trying to give us that reversal move like that. So on this impulse, that on this pullbacks, we're going to identify pullback that is likely to be what price is going to mitigate to continue reward the downtrend. Now we have a low, right, and we have a lower high, or we have a low and a high, right? So we are looking for price to come, pull up, and help us create a lower high, so that we can keep creating lower lows and lower highs. I hope you get the jack, because we are in a downtrend, right? So what we're going to focus on is looking for where price is likely to test and then reverse. So for me, based on my plus and minus, I am paying attention to this level because we have a lot of accumulations here, and I'm paying attention that price will come here and then give us a downside. So I'm paying attention to that order flow. I'm waiting for price to come here and then we give us more downsides. Also, if you look above, we have an order block here that is valid, and then we have an extreme order block as well that is valid. So that is one of the reasons why you don't want to play with price without confirmations. So we have 3 valid levels. So let's confirm if all of them are actually valid, or just few of them, or just one. So if I put out my discount and premium, you can see that all are valid. They are all over the 50 mark, so they are all at the premium level, because we want to sell from high price, which is premium price, right? So if this fails to sell price, this and this are likely. Okay, so I think that is all for this 101s. Now if you dive into the lower time frame, which I will not cover because we are looking at daily directional bias. If you dive into the lower time frame, you see why price is building up this momentum to kind of like pull up, pull back down, and then give us that kind of bullish vibe to approach our point of interest. So if you are day trading, you now see why price is actually going to be buying. If you are day trading, if I look on a lower time frame, I'll show you more. You get to see more confluences why you have to pay attention to buy price to this level, because we are looking for price to go to the point of interest on the higher time frame to sell. All right, so and also remember, every time frame you sit on, you have to trade according to that trend to the trend of that time frame. All right, so let's go to another index and let's make more discovery. So let's say we want to go on 25 index. So this is VIX 25, and we want to focus on what current side of the market to see why the daily is looking like so. So for those of you who trade price pattern, my method of trading price pattern, you have an impulse. This is an impulsive correction because we have an impulse to the downside, well, another impulse after it. So impulsive correction, we're having 1 2, right, and then we are having already 1 and 2. So obviously if you're trading price pattern, you should be looking for the buys to that level, okay, chasing the third touch. And if you're trading smart money like myself, you look at this, we have liquidity collected here, so this swing point becomes a valid high, this one, and this that collected liquidity is also a valid low, okay. After that, you pay attention that price was broken through, so we have a break of structure there, and price also came to collect all of the liquidities here. You also collected this one and pretty much maybe mitigated something here on the lower time frame. That's why we're having this push, but on this time frame we are yet to mitigate the point of interest, the only point of interest that is seated here, which is this unmitigated shadow here. So when price mitigates this particular level, then we can look for the buys and go up. And also if you're on the lower time frame and you zoom in, maybe some price have mitigated something here and you can see we are having a bullish formation, and it makes sense with the confirmation, you can buy from there. But if I want to focus solely on this, what this guy is telling us, we still need to come down and collect liquidity. And also based on the price pattern 1 and 2 already, right? Price pattern, people buy after confirmation of candle. So if I see price here looking to giving a point of interest at the base, it's making a lot of sense because trendline liquidity have to be collected from people who trade price patterns, right? So this is what we're having on VIX 25 index. All right, it's so easy when you know what you're doing and know what you're looking for. So if you break off structure, we have blah blah blah, we're looking for this. We are all looking at the same direction, but some of us pay attention to liquidity and some trading system don't pay attention to liquidity. So we are paying attention to liquidity. That's why we are looking to still drag this guy down here and then buy from there to the upside. And potential take profit or potential target for those of us that trade SMC is going to be this high. So we are not looking for any third touch because we know price move from what zone to zone. So we are targeting this zone when price reacts and confirms here, okay. So after that, let's check on VIX 50. I want to keep it solid for those people who don't really trade the 1S and 1S. This one is looking so sweet and so simple for those of us who understand SMC. So you can see we have this structure is valid because we collected this low, right? And then this structure is valid because we collected this low, all right? And also, what has price done to this particular structure? That is what we're going to be looking at. If we have a break, we'll be looking for pullback to come and collect this low as well, just like we collected all of these lows from previous times. So we have a sweep currently. If we have a sweep, we're looking for potential reversals to the downside, full-time reversals, not to come and collect anything and mitigate for any continuation. So we're having a sweep currently. If the sweep, if you go on a lower time frame and it confirms for the sells, fine. If it doesn't confirm from the sells for the sells, and this particular day also goes to engulf the last sweep candle, then we're having a break. So you have to keep yourself updated all the time. So for now we're having a sweep, so what we'll be looking at is potential reversals, and since we're having a sweep, we're looking to target the low that originated the sweep, which is here. So this is going to be a target if we get confirmation to sell. So we'll be selling down to this level because that is the low that originated the sweep of the previous swing high. That's it for VIX 50. So simple. I'm just enjoying myself analyzing these things. I hope this will help some of us to get our directional biases and all of that. So next thing we want to look at is let's see, 75 index. Like I said, I'm going to keep it solid and fixed numbers, none of the 1S's apart from the VIX 100 1S I trade. I also trade on 5 1S too. So for this we want to keep it the same. My philosophy is always the same. I don't do long thing, right? So we have to stay on the current side of the market, and the current side of the market we have right now is for us to see which of the swing is valid. And how do you see a swing valid? If it takes liquidity from the previous pullback. So liquidity was taken here. If you look at here also, we have taken liquidity here inducement, right? Taking inducement there. So we have this swing valid, this swing valid. So we have break of structure here, and then we are looking forward price to give us that bullish move to mitigate something and we can drop. So if I pull up my discount and premium, I'll be able to quickly filter out which one is invalid. So this guy is on the 50 mark, so I won't use it, but it's kind of like valid, unmitigated, or that block is there. But I will not be using it because it's on the 50 mark itself, it's not above it, and I'm looking for something way above the 50 mark. So I'll be paying attention to this particular order flow, this whole pullback like so to this level here. So if price comes to this level, I'll be looking to sell off from the higher time frame. This is week 75, meaning if you go to the lower time frame for the day trading, we have a break-of structure here already. So we're having this something like so. So we're looking for price to pull back, mitigate, and then we keep buying till we get to this level. So a day trader will be looking for buys from now on. Alright, because I'm looking to mitigate here before we actually look for sales. So let's look at the final thing before we say bye bye. It's VIX 100 index. So VIX 100 index, it's kind of like, okay, it's making sense and simple as well. Break of structure right there to the downside, right? Because price closed significantly below. All of this are trend liquidity because we are having consecutive sell-off from those ends. So the outline liquidity for me, I don't like to keep my chart dirty, so I don't mark it out. But once you see it, you cannot unsee it, so I know what is there. Okay, so we have this level as an order flow. The price is gonna mitigate or haven't mitigated. So we also have here that price didn't mitigate anything, and it also did not mitigate the fair value gap. Where it stopped, there's no gap there. So this guy is still having potentials to come up, mitigate this guy before we have the drop. And if you look closely to the current side of price, we have what? We have a break. We have a change of structure here, and because we're having this internal structure downtrend like that. We're having that internal structure downtrend like so, and instead of it continuing like that to that downtrend, price gave us this ginormous impulse, came, resisted to actually respect what had been happening, but it did not, I don't know, continue it. It instead broke. So we have a change of structure here. So I think potentially price will come, collect this liquidity here, find something to mitigate around there, and then come back to this place before we find the significant drop for the higher time frame. So guys, I hope this helped you guys. If your index is not being analyzed, please make sure you leave your index in the comment section, and I'm going to look at it by next Sunday as well. Thanks for watching and stay highest.